that white supremacy still exists and white supremacy still expresses itself in all kinds of institutional ways. It's not a matter of individual racism. It's a matter of the structures by which people as a group are kept down, and that's something that still exists. And as I say, we can all commit ourselves to fighting that system.
And I'm not saying no, but all I'm saying is, I'm saying what Frederick Douglass said. Frederick Douglass stood up before an abolition society and basically said, I will not celebrate the 4th of July.
Exactly.
It's not mine, it's your 4th of July. The 4th of July is an emblem of white supremacy. And then as the Civil War began, Lincoln, who actually took Douglass at his word, that he didn't belong in America and he wanted to have a country of his own, basically said, okay, I'm going to now look to find where we can relocate the freed slaves after the war. And Lincoln had 7 or 8 places that he was actually actively sending emissaries to check out where freed slaves could have a country of their own. But by this time, it was Frederick Douglass himself who said, no, we don't want to go anywhere. For all the problems, we are 100% American. We want to stay right here. This is our home, and that's all I'm saying. I'm simply saying that American Indians, blacks, Indians, all of us have a choice today in a free society to live in the old way. American Indians could say on the reservations, we're not going to have cell phones. We're going to live the old way. We're going to chase bison. We're going to hunt. We're going to live the National Geographic life. That's how it used to be, and that's what we value. We're going to make it as if Columbus never came here.
Who's arguing this? I mean, you're making this straw man. Who's arguing this? You've got a great argument against somebody, but I don't know who it is.
That's my point. The reason no one argues it is everyone has voted with their feet to live in Western modernity. Everybody wants cell phones. Nobody even thinks of this stuff.
But everyone has not voted with their feet to live in a permanent war economy. Everyone has not voted with their feet to say, look, here we have $1 trillion military budget. That's wrong. That's outrageous. And the idea that we go over and help people and then we leave, that's the nature of empire is now not going over and holding the land. It's a neo kind of empire. It's we control the resources. We control the way money is spent. We in 2010, the taxpayers, us, gave $300 billion to private corporations like Halliburton in no-bid contracts, and that was the biggest corporate welfare scheme in the world. That was the biggest one that's ever been executed, and that is going on regularly. This notion that somehow corporations are persons, and that Walmart is a person, and that's the end of our political system of democracy. That's the end of it, because money buys political office, it buys judgeships, it buys redistricting, and that's where we're living, and we should resist it.
Look, I will admit, there's no question that the government runs all kinds of rackets with private industry, and it does it in the corporate sector, in the defense sector. I think you also have to admit in the social welfare sector. There are all kinds of alliances that government makes with groups to privilege them or give them advantages. Here's the point I want to make about foreign policy. I think the Iraq war, in retrospect, was very stupid.